Let's head out, shall we? With that in tow, we are now done with the shrine quests. Indeed, we are, folks. Oh! Oh. I hear the old man, you're getting around fast with that paraglider. I would like to have it. With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Oh, extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first, imagine an X on your map. The 4 shrines as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? Translating across, I will be waiting. Whoa, he disappeared! He had glowy stuff around him. What is going on here? I feel like something is afoot. What it really means is that we need to go to the Temple of Time. Because that is actually going to tell us exactly how to use these spirit orbs like a champ. The Shrine of Resurrection once again. Let's get after this. Let's go find this. Let's go find the old man. He disappeared. Let's go find him, shall we? Oh man, I know. I sing. I try to do like. I try to eliminate downtime from stuff I need to talk about with music, or just lip sync something. But I'll tell you what. Now I'll say that the Age of Calamity soundtrack. Goodness, that was actually a pretty good score. I mean, that was awesome. It was an awesome track, and I wish that music was in this game. I really wish it was. Because, man, I'll tell you, that music track is amazing. I love Age of Calamity's score. Especially when the hero seals the darkness. When he gets the blade that seals the darkness. Goodness gracious, that is an amazing piece of music. It's so epic. It's so epic sounding. It's just so good. It's so good. I just wish it was in this game. I really wish it was. When coming up, when you have 4 orbs attached to you here, let me get back into the topic here, you can actually go pray at goddess statues of Hylia, taking them remarkably from Skyward Sword. You have conquered the shrines and gathered the spirit orbs. I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for the 4 orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me what you desire. So this is where you can get your heart containers or stamina vessels. Now, for those wondering, I am going to focus mainly on hearts early on. Because if we want to get the sword that seals the darkness, we're going to need 13 hearts. So as best as I can get those, if I can get the Master Sword as early as possible, then I can focus exclusively on stamina. So that I can get up the ground, so I can get everywhere. There's our heart container, like a so. You got a heart container. Your life force has been strengthened, increasing your maximum number of hearts by 1. Not bad at all, I should say. Go and bring peace to Hyrule. Oh! What's that? Where's the old man? He's up there! The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here, quickly. He's glowing even more. Let's make this scene a little unbearable wearing this shirt. There we go. The best shirt to wear. The switch up shirt. I get these things? No, I've already scanned those things. Let's get up that ladder again. Because again, you wouldn't know about this ladder early on if I hadn't shown it earlier. But you can get a better bow at the start, which I didn't even use at all. But you know, it's good. It's there to be there if you need to. Up here. Let's see. There is a Korok seat up there. I wonder. Oh, I could probably get it after this sequence, which I will be mostly quiet for, folks. So bear that in mind.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule.
You were?
A kingdom which no longer exists.
Whoa.
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me.
Forgiven.
I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
Tell me a tale, King.
To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy.
What's the prophecy, King?
The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously.
Yeah, we're going to be dealing with those later.
This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land.
Yeah, so these divine beasts are going to be our dungeons of the game.
We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed...
Which again is going to be fun to fight.
Seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path.
You don't have to follow the same path.
We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay.
Nope. Ganon was cunning.
Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagination.
Even though it's technically, from spoilers, quote unquote, it's most likely it was Astor who most likely... Astor is a character that's an Age of Calamity, who's technically the main villain of that game, which most likely told the King of Hyrule, essentially as a prophet of prophecy, to tell him to basically unearth the divine relics, so that Ganon could easily corrupt them and essentially take over Hyrule that way. Which to me is actually pretty devastating, not gonna lie.
Those residing in the castle as well. The appointed
It is not certain if Astor was in this version of Hyrule, though, to be honest. Since Astor shows up in Age of Calamity, in an alternate timeline of this game, but in that regard, though, I don't know.
However,
I think if Astor was actually explained somewhat in this game, to a certain degree, then I could see Astor being, relevant in the Age of Calamity a little bit better.
The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
But you know what? Astor was probably consumed by Calamity Ganon when he appeared. Because I don't think Astor could live 100 years without aging, either.
my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link.
Me? Okay.
You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn.
Oh, so that's why. Now, that explains the
The
scars.
Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself.
Oh, so you've been hearing those voices too.
As she works to restrain...
I guess she's doing a little bit of echoing a little bit.
She calls out for your help.
Well, we're not going to be able to help her until we get the Divine Beast and the Shrine taken care of.
Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here.
Well, I'll be glad to
I
help.
must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon.
Well, we're gonna have to find the Master Sword. Can you tell me where that is then,
Ganon
King?
has maintained
No?
control of all
Fine.
4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle.
Well, I was able to take care of him at least somewhat, so I should have no problem.
Directly to the castle at this point.
But no, I want my Sheikah Slate upgraded.
That you make your way east out to one of the villages in the
Because
wilderness.
we're gonna need to upgrade that Sheikah Slate very
Follow the
soon.
road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah Slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your
Alright.
way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks.
Which is
From
the
there,
reference to
follow
Legend
the
of
road
Zelda
as it
1,
proceeds
I
north.
believe. In the artwork, at least. The Dueling Peaks. Go on. This is the Paraglider. Just as I promised. And now he can fly. We don't have to worry about landing without a pain in the world. This item is received from the King of the Great Plateau. It allows you to sail through the air. Press X while you're in the air to use it. That completes the Isolated Plateau quest. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Why? So I've become the king of Hyrule? It's never, come to think of it. Is it ever indicated in any of the Zelda games? I don't think it's actually indicated by Zelda mangas yet, by all accounts. It does, well, the Zelda manga does indicate that Zelda does become queen in certain circumstances. But it never shows her being married. Now, we all know that Link and Zelda love each other in every game they're in, but is it true? But could a King of Hyrule, at least in one instance, become king? Could Link become king in any of the Zelda games? Because, but would that mean like the prophecy of a hero and the goddess of Hylia reborn not really be part? Are they going to be one and the same being? Now, there is something to take in consideration for. Having a person who has the spirit of the hero but also has the blood of the goddess in it. Now that is something to consider. I don't think I would consider that myself, but given in context, since, you know, the spirit of the hero and the goddess's blood have to be, you know, reborn almost every time. And if Link and Zelda ever got married, had a kid, could that being be a sort of a demigod of some kind? It's pretty sure that's what's going to be for the most part. But it would be nice to see that explored to a certain degree. I don't know. It would be cool to show that up. Because I would love to see that happen. Maybe I'll go into my own sub areas of Zelda games at some point. Oh, there's a blue goblin here. These guys are beefier. We're gonna need to tackle them with a hammer. Booyah! Blue goblins have a lot more defenses, and they can be a pain in the backside to take down early game. Just because we don't have weapons that can take them down very easily. And by that notion, none of my shirts are actually better in defense than what I've got now, so I'm going to have to watch out for enemies taking pot shots at me. Take care of you. You! Die already. What we just did there was raid an enemy camp. These camps will most likely hold a particular chest that can only be cleared once all the enemies in the region are dealt with. We got some fire arrows, so now we can change arrows around too. And that, by going, I think I actually kind of missed a few arrows myself down near the front of the Amanu Shrine over here. Let's warp over there. Because we're probably not going to make it off the Great Plateau this session. Like, we can't get off it now, but I want to wait until... Let's finish up what we can here in the, on the Great Plateau, and then probably next session, yes, for surely, we will get off the plateau. Because again, folks, I only record this stuff for only 2 hours in length, so I can cut up into pieces very easily. Excuse me there. Let's see, we need to get Magnesis, because now our game is fully started. We can go anywhere and anywhere. And it's quite the interesting... Oh, I need to get a metal stick. There's a metal stick somewhere around here. There's my metal stick. Come here. Let's get my metal stick. Walk this around. And get those treasure chests up there. What you see in front of you is a murky bog. These are bottomless pits. Normally, Zelda games don't really have these very much, but in the context for this, you can't walk around in them. You're basically a bottomless pit and nothing more. But you can, they are treated as water, so if you need to get across them for any reason, you can use Cryonis in these areas. Now if I can just walk across this with no problem, there we go. I couldn't grab these chests earlier because they're not made of metal. I couldn't grab them earlier. It gives more fire, and we also get ice arrows. There are 3 different types of arrow type. Well, 4. Oh no, 5. There's actually 5 arrow types. So we have fire, ice, and we also have lightning we have yet to see. But we also have bomb arrows, which are very nice to have, as well as the ancient arrow. We haven't found those yet, but once we do, those ancient arrows are usually a one-hit KO on almost any enemy except for bosses. Which again is going to be really, really nice. And we can get them for a small fee, and as long as we have enough materials to do so. But we're not going to get to that region of Hyrule until later, which is going to be a very, very fun. Now, I don't think the Blood Moons will never start until we get off the Great Plateau, as far as I'm aware of. Blood Moons will happen on a constant basis. After a certain amount of time, it will essentially respawn every enemy you've killed. So if you just killed, like, say, a Lionel, and unfortunately, a Blood Moon happened, well, that Lionel is coming right back, and all of your weapons are still destroyed. And that's no good. We'll raid more of these camps. I need all these camps. I need all these items to begin with. Hey, we gotta hoard as many items as we can, because we're gonna need to survive out in this place. This is the wild, folks. This is the wild. It is going to be a massive undertaking to take care of every shrine. Probably in the near future or whatnot during this playthrough, I might actually see if I can get some, co-hosts to come with me to be in this adventure. Because, again, this is a big adventure, folks. This is no simple, point A to point B. This is whatever you want to go, when you want it, where you want it. And it's going to be a fun blast. And again, I've been holding off on this for quite some time. Because, as for me, this game kind of scares me on the LP front. Like, I was a little anxious at first when I first did this a few years ago. But now with more streaming by my back, I think I can handle, with my skills now, I think I can handle this pretty easily. Hey, don't you alert your friends? Well, they're already going to be alerted anyway. Go to town. They had no chance whatsoever. I can't carry any more shields nor weapons. I can carry bows, though. Take care of you. And I'll grab this other chest here, too. Huzzah! Seared steak. Oh, now it's making me hungry. Curse you! Curse you! Curse you, Breath of the Wild! You're now making me hungry! I can't believe this either. You want to break these wooden crates too while you're at it. Yes, it does reduce. If you find a best way of doing it, these boxes always carry something good for you. So use it whenever you chance you get. Because again, basically, pick up everything you see, even though it might think like, oh, it doesn't have much value to me now, but like, it may not have value to you now, but it'll be grateful that you have it as soon as you need it. And that is going to be the gist of it, for the most part, folks. Let's show off another physics experiment, shall we? We can light dry grass on fire. And we can use it as an updraft. Which is nice. Though it doesn't reduce your stamina usage, something fierce though, but otherwise it's not too bad. Let's see this fire spread. This is cool. They all started this. I love the physics. The fact that dry grass can catch fire and everything. It's really, really cool. Oh yeah. Take care. Oh, my torch broke. You broke my torch. Now you must pay. Oh, come on. Oh yeah. Oh, ow. You threw a rock at me. How dare you throw a rock at my face? Die already. And you should die too. Oh yeah. Boko bow. It's not the best the bow, but at least it's a bow regardless. Oh, is there something in here? There is something in here, but we didn't need to unlock it first. Certain times they'll be like this. All you have to do is just walk up in here and you got it. You don't have to worry about everything else. Man, that dry brush is getting fast. Look how far that thing is. Wildfire. This is cool. Not a lot of games do this, or they have a realistic setting like this. where you can just light something on fire and just, go to the way of the sky. It's cool. I like the physics engine in all this. I think it works quite well. And it's going to do us wonders. I think it's going to do us plenty of wonders. Let's see. I think we'll call it there, folks. For it's going to be a little bit. Let's see. We got a few Koroks here. Let's see. What else can we explore? I guess we can explore the mountains a little bit more and see what we can get out of it. Well, we could. Yeah, we can, actually. Before we leave. Let's get up into the mountains, shall we? The cold region. And let's go explore it a little bit. Because you don't have enough time left to explore the rest of Hyrule just yet. But we're going to be heading, I think next time though, we'll be heading to the right and actually head into where Kaiko Village is. Because again, you want to basically, the game is forcing you to go that direction, or at least wanting you to go that direction. Because that allows you to unlock all of your abilities. And the stuff you need to, upgrade yourself and everything. You know how it is. Let's go like this. Now, see, now I can go grab this thing with ease. This chest here contains an opal. Ooh, boy. Okay, yeah, because you have to watch out. You have to avoid water in the cold regions like the plague. Because it is deadly. They're deadly, and for the most part, you will die. If you jump in cold water, it will basically destroy your life something fierce. And trust me, it will. You might think, oh, it's not that bad. Like, you know what? You might be at times, but no, it will kill you. It will kill you. Bear that in mind. I do kind of find it odd that this river right here is called the River of Death. It's like, I don't really want to be here. I don't want to be here on the River of Death. But it is. It's called the River of Death. I think it's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah, the River. Oh, River of the Dead. River of the Dead. Oh boy. Ooh boy. We need to move this metal crate around. Get up. No! My metal box! My metal door! Oh, not you! I don't care for you! Stall things! Why don't you die? And stay dead! Thank you. Stay dead for a good long while. Let's hope I don't die to this. Come on, let's get the thing, just jam it right there. Perfect, it's not gonna make me die. Sweet! Get some of these Korok seeds really early off the bat. Because once we meet this Hestu fella, we're gonna need him to essentially give us our upgrades to our inventory. And I would love to have an inventory increase. Wouldn't you say? Hey, don't you fly away from me. I need you to get so I can get across this bridge. This rickety old bridge I don't even trust myself on. Come on, can I pull this way? No, I can't pull it. Come on. There we go. Yes! The Magnesis does have some range to get metallic objects, far away. But don't rely on the distance too much, especially when you get out in the ocean. Open ocean will have a lot of stuff to clear up, so. I missed somehow. I don't know how I missed that. Let's do this. Oh, there's a blue one up there. I missed again. How do I keep missing this? There we go. Hit him right in the head and he falls off. Hey, you! Why don't you die? Thank you. He's dead. He's also very scary because he has a soldier's broadsword on him. That is deadly, especially with our weakened armor set right now. Sort of that weapon there will be almost a one-hit KO on us, which would have been very, very bad this instance. Very, very bad. Don't mind me. I'm just collecting. Just collecting my stuff. Thank you. Ow. My rusty sword broke. Travel sword. Ow, you. Die. There's a couple chests here. I will take it. Get some amber. And then we can grab this chest. Give us some more arrows. I like that. And I think that's all we can get over here. There's some stuff up here on top of these pillars, but we don't have enough stamina to do it. And I think there's a Korok seed down here that we can't get yet. Or at least I think we can, just I don't have the map mapped out yet. But I think that's all we can do today for this session of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild revisit, folks. So, it's going to be a little few more minutes earlier than normal, but given the circumstances, folks, I say that's going to do it. For the YouTube exit, next time, we're going to go into Hyrule and have our journey fully start off. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, everyone, hope you guys have a fantastic night, and take care as we go out and explore the wild.